Alright guys, I can't help but to think maybe I'm getting ready to be the victim of some psychological warfare. Some red flags with this lock. Maybe I'm just skittish because you guys have sent me in some pretty weird locks lately. This is a Kenaurd. It is a 5-pinner. You can tell from the what appears to be unmodified top here. And you can see there's 5 little dents there. So it's actually 5-pin, pin, and pin. So a total of 10 pins. Absolutely new, but no key. So big red flag. Another big red flag, when you flop this back and forth, a lot of play, usually isn't. So this might have been modified. I got it from Michael K. in Tucson. He says he bought it without a key, yet it might have been repinned. He says he wants me to pick it and return it so he can make a key for a pin-in-pin dimple lock. The big red flag number 3. Really hard to do. Making dimple lock keys take special tools, and pin that much more so. But I'm going to try it. Why not? Can't hurt. Can it? All right, what are we going to do here? I'm going to try, see if we get the top of the keyway. I'm sorry. Side keyway. I need something that lets me control that core. A little fat. I'll try the fat one. It's too fat. Really good. All right, so if Michael did repin this, and I have to control the core to release pressure for a spool, this is probably about my best choice. I'm going to actually see if you can see my finger down. I'm going under the tripod. Just grab that with the tip of my finger, and that way you'll keep the tension hand out of the frame altogether. I'll pick it clockwise, and so I will put a little mark here, I guess, just in case we get some weirdness. All right, it is a pin-in-pin, so dimple lock. I'll use this guy. It's from the Souber kit. It's the double ender, big flag, like a garrison flag on that end, and a tiny little flag here. That's what I'm going to try to use. These are designed actually for multi-picks, or multi-locks, and this is a copy, I believe, of a multi-lock. So pin-in-pin, what we want to do is apply moderate tension, pick the outer pins first, and then hopefully we get a really deep fault set. Once we got a really deep fault set, that tells us we're hung up on one or more of the inner pins, and we just start working on those guys. But let's start with the outer ones first. All right, I'm going to put moderate tension. Zoom in a little more so you can see that mark. All right, moderate tension. Slide until you hit a speed bump, and it happens to be pin 1, looks like. Slide it under the outer, just as you can feel the rounded bottom part of the key with your pick. Don't push it any further, or you're going to find yourself under both inner and outer. And you don't want to pick both at once. Okay, there's the outer, pin 1. Okay, I'm on, it's like outer pin 2. I just slid right by him, so I'm going to ignore him. No, I'm not. None of the rest of them are bound, so let me try that pin 2. Okay, got a click. Pin 3, outer pin, little click. And I think I might have overset him. That was outer pin 4. Okay, I must have overset. I'm going to lighten up and let something fall down. All right, this is on pin 3, outer pin. All right, I'm going to recock this guy. I must have overset somebody right up in the front. like pin 2 or 3. All right, let's try. We're on 1 again. Nice fault set. That was pin 2. Nice faults. Very nice fault set. Okay, we're probably now hung up on 1 or more of those inner pins. So they're much smaller, and it takes a little bit more of an effort to get under them. And I'm finding nothing here. And the springs are much lighter on those inner ones. So just bump into them and just give them a little try. Okay, I got a little click on 3. Got another click on 2. And there we go. Stuck. Whew! All right. I don't think that this is a modified lock at all. It may be I'm just over suspicious of things I've been getting lately. We're going to find out in a minute, though. Like I said, I do not have a key. So let's get a tray. Let's open it up and take a look. And I'll send it back to Michael in a Ziploc bag. All right. I'm almost positive this thing is just absolutely brand new. There is no dust or anything, no grit, no cat hair, nothing. All right, I'm going to keep it oriented like that. And let me find a follower. Should be a medium one. That should work. And if I pop him out like this, the pins are actually going to be lined up this way. So I don't want to rotate it too far like we normally do. Otherwise, those pins in the Bible will pop down into the keyway. Then we'll have a mess. So I'm going to have a mess. I'm just going to find a new way, a new innovative way to make a mess. Okay. There's our pin and pins. That last one is nothing but anti-drill, I believe. Although why we would want to drill from the back, I can't tell you. It seems like the anti-drill ought to be up in the front somewhere. But it is what it is, right? We'll look at it a little closer. All right. All 5 pin and pins. Let's dump them. Oops. All right, I don't see anything odd about the core. All stock. Now we can monkey with this thing. I wonder why. I really wonder why they press fit that anti-drill in the very back. Just doesn't make sense, but I don't make them, I just pick them. Oops. Okay, now notice on these guys, the top of them have a large end, and that's to keep them from falling all the way through. So the pointy end goes down. So when they're inside of these guys, that little nib on the end keeps it from falling all the way through. So when it gets hung up in a shear line, this is the configuration you're going to see. It's going to be hung up on that very narrow part. Might lead you to believe you have a spool, when in fact it's just one or possibly even all 5 of that little guy. So the spring on these, as you see in a minute, much weaker. It takes a lot less finesse to pick those inners. So just be careful with that, and you ought to be able to pick these things. All of these are standard pins, no spools. All right. Dump them out, and let's take a look at what we got inside of here. Again, tweezers. Okay, another pin and pin. Obviously. These are a little different. Let me set them down. These have a nib. Come on. Well, these aren't even going to come apart then. So some of them come apart and some of them don't. These are locked together, so that's a good thing. The spring is actually inside of there. Come on, focus for me. Some of them pop all the way out, and a tiny little inner spring comes out. And those older ones, yeah, you can't even pull this guy. He's mashed in there permanently. And that's a good thing because it's a lot less trouble to put back together. Okay, and I need a spring for the outer pin. There he is. All right, number 2. I'm not so nervous now about these guys coming flying out. You'll notice these are no longer magnetized, huh? Yeah. Bill learns slowly, but I do learn. All right, nothing unusual. Maybe I should have left it magnetized to get that guy out of there. All right, we're pulling out number 5 now. No spool, nothing. All right, we'll leave him for now. Let's pull out number 4. Same deal. All right, guys. Oops, knocked him down. All right, fellas, this is what we're looking at. I mean, let me take a quick look in here. I don't think there's nothing unusual. I was going to say I didn't feel anything that would indicate that we got serrated or spools in there. They're not perfectly smooth. This is what we are looking at. All standard, all stock, just from the factory. So Michael K. was not using psychological warfare. Maybe he genuinely bought this thing without a key and he's just messing with my head. Anyway, guys, appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal.